Use the referral link in the description to g2a.com for all of your Xbox codes, PlayStation codes and video games, and be sure to use the code CHES at checkout to get yourself 3% cash back. Hey guys, welcome to episode 2 of season 4 here in the Youth Regen Road to Glory series. Thank you for all of your feedback on the previous episode. We made a couple of really promising signings, the most important being Galan Hill here, the Spaniard. Now you guys reliably inform me that you believe that this is Andres Iniesta's regen. So that makes it even more exciting and kind of explains why he's 80 rated already at just 20 years of age. So I'm very excited to see how he grows throughout the entirety of this series. There was a number of comments as well asking me to take Jackson off the transfer list because he has the exciting prospect tag, and just because Ruben Hara was my scout future star doesn't mean he's actually going to grow that much. So I've replaced Jackson on the transfer list with Hara. I'll look to sell Hara instead of Jackson. We're of course still looking to sell players like Moraes as well. I would consider selling De Jong too, even though you guys reckon he's probably my best holding midfielder right now. But still, we're pushing to improve the abilities of Lugano and Galan Hill, and obviously Cooper as well, who has potential to get into the early 90s. We've Nicholas Schwartz, who has the potential to get into the late 80s/early 90s. Also a couple of other central midfielders in my youth squad that I haven't called up yet that have potential to get into the early 90s. So it makes sense just to get rid of a couple of the players that just aren't going to grow that much. So in fact, I'll do it now. I will put De Jong on the transfer list as well and call up a couple of those other youngsters once the deal is done. So we can raise a considerable amount more with regards to transfer funds with those sales. I have a couple of players still on the transfer list that I'd be wanting to sign, but at present I don't have the finances to be able to do so. Obviously, Godinho Catola has just joined at the side that he's currently at because he's basically just entered the save as a regen. So I'm not able to sign him, and Kadlec I don't have the money for. You reckon that I should? Obviously, we had the issue in pre-season that both my goalkeepers were on international duty, and I wasn't able to field a goalkeeper for the pre-season tournament, which was an issue. So you guys reckon I should perhaps look to sign a third goalkeeper? I might do that via the youth scouts just to make sure that it doesn't have to be any good. I just need to have a third body there that I can throw in for instances like the international break. Obviously, now that we're at championship level, we get international breaks during the actual league season. But with it having been a pre-season tournament, obviously they can go away on international duty and they still have to play games. And they were, of course, at the Euros. So we're going to push forward today. We're in the month of August, of course. We'll be ending the transfer window today. I'm not sure which two games I'm going to play. I might play Reading, because that's away. And I might play... Yeah, I'll play Reading and I'll play Brighton, because they're the two away games. The rest are at home, I think, other than the cup game. So I'll play Reading, I'll play Brighton, and we'll simulate the rest of the games. And we'll try and see if we can sell on the rest of those players that we're considering getting rid of. Because I've got a number of them now here on the transfer list. Looks like Mancinelli might well be on his way to Bolton, which would be good news for us. That would raise some more funds to go towards bringing in a new player. At present, the starting lineup looks very good, really. That's definitely a championship quality side. It's definitely a championship promotion challenging quality of side as well. To be fair, if you put this side in the Premier League, I could probably avoid relegation, but we want to definitely be able to avoid relegation. So we don't want our job to come under threat because we're not quite good enough. I'd like to think we can get playoffs this year. Bejarano's just confirmed as sold as well. Loan offer for Nicholas Schwartz. I might be tempted to accept that actually, because I won't be able to give him the amount of first team football this year that he would want. I'm going to accept that, and I'm going to let Nicholas Schwartz go out on loan to Nottingham Forest, and hopefully he can get a lot of first team football and he'll grow quite well. He'll be in the same league as me, and that shouldn't be too much of an issue. Confirmation there that Ignacio Mancinelli has also been sold, which is great news. That will also add another probably about £1.1 million to our transfer budget. 900,000. Okay, fair enough. And Alistair McCall has had a loan offer come in from the left back. I'll accept that from Grimsby. We'll let him go out on loan, and again, hopefully he can grow a little bit. With a few players that are in the early 60s that I don't know whether to let go or not. So just getting them loan spells and seeing if they grow quite well is probably a good idea. Schwartz has gone out, and we can recall him if we need him to, but that's not a problem. And yeah, this goal's just absolute absolute dirt, so we don't need to worry about him. I'll remove him. I'll probably remove the majority of those players off camera. I don't need them there cluttering the menus, but we'll simulate this game against Hull then as the opening game of the Championship season. The side looks very strong. We, of course, have new signing Jawo on the bench. We think he's the Ibrahimovic regen. We have Galan Hill in the midfield now, of course, the Andres Iniesta regen. We've got Badimo, who we believe still is the Samuel Eto'o regen. So we've got a really strong squad. Unfortunately, we've gone 1-0 down here to Henriksen. But Dimitrov pulls one back. Since he goes off, Cooper, my wing-back's turning up. One just before and one just after half-time. 2-1 up with 15 minutes to go. A win on the opening day of the Championship season. Fantastic start. That's exactly what we were after. I'm very pleased with that. Right, up next was the cup game against Cardiff, wasn't it? Yes. I'll start training once I get out of August, just so I don't end up trading someone that then subsequently leaves me on loan or something. But let's have a look. McCall's gone out. Transfer for Lucas Clark. I don't know whether to let this guy go or not. Lucas Clark. I'm going to. I mean, I have Badimo. Not Badimo. I have Dimitrov and then Andreu, the backup left back. So I'll let Clark go. Right. Let's go and simulate this game against Cardiff. I'll play the same side. I don't see any reason to rotate at this stage of the season. Obviously, they won't be fully fit, but they'll be fit enough. And hopefully, we can do well enough in the cup competition. Obviously, again, the league takes priority at this stage because promotion to the Premier League is most certainly the most important competition for us. But if we can get a little bit further in, probably preferably the FA Cup over the Carabao Cup, then that would be great. Obviously, we'll join the FA Cup at the third round stage in January, but we equalised just a minute after they went 1-0 in front, and with 10 minutes to go, looks like we might be headed towards extra time unless there's a last minute goal, which there isn't. So extra time comes, and then Aaron Gunnarsson goes and puts Cardiff 2-1 up. So looks like we're on our way out of the Carabao Cup. That doesn't bother me in the slightest at this stage. Good. Okay, fine. We'll just take that on the chin. That's not a problem. Extra time probably didn't help there, to be completely honest, with regards to the fitness of the side. But I will rotate for this game against Reading, which I will play manually. And hopefully we can start with 3 points with our first played game, as well as our first simulated game in the league. Drop the video a like if you enjoy. Subscribe to the channel too to make sure you don't miss out on any further content. A loan offer for George Jackson, actually, that I will now subsequently be turning down. And hopefully we can get another win in the league. Demo, round the corner there to Hughes. In there to Hanoho, holds the ball up well, lays it across to Badimo, get it back again here, Hanoho. So this is his first game for me, in any sense, whether it be simulated or played. So I'm interested to see how well he gets on. Badimo with a turn and a shot straight down the throat of Vito Manone. There have been some calls in the comment section for me to change formation, and I have addressed this before, and I'll mention it again. I'm not looking to change away from the 4-4-2 at this stage. I'm very happy with the 4-4-2 formation at Championship level. And until I get a striker that I can guarantee that I can play up top on his own and will score a number of goals for me, I'd like to ensure that I have 2 strikers up top. So I'm going to continue with the 4-4-2. Once one of my strikers gets like to the late 70s, early 80s, and is good enough to lead the line by themselves, then I might consider switching to a 4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1 or something. But for the time being, I'm sticking with a 4-4-2. I thought I'd readdress that. Get that through there to Galan. And it's going to drop here to Dave Walker. That's a poor shot. Never mind. A couple of chances for us in the opening 20 minutes, but nothing really troubling the goalkeeper yet. But we haven't really been troubled at the other end either, so that's a positive. Swift. Inside there to Bodvarsson. Nice little 1-2. Oh, he's in behind here, Bodvarsson. That's well held by Bennett. It's a good save. First time they've really caused the keeper any problems. It doesn't cause the scoreline any problems. Swift with the turn, though. Just out-muscled there by Lorenzo. It's good defending. Oh, that was poor. I'm encouraged by the way that we started the season with that win against Hull. And also encouraged by the way that I've been very competitive and by far the better side here against Reading as well. Play this before he runs offside there. Hughes. And I'll just have to stop and look back for a teammate. Here is Hanoho. Oh, I couldn't quite get it under control to then lay it back to the man in the middle, unfortunately. This has been a good start to the league season for us. Hopefully we can keep this going for the rest of the month of October. October, August, 2 months away, Ches. And then maybe keep it up for the rest of the season as well. I'd love automatic promotion, but I would be happy with a playoff spot, to be completely honest. Demo can't really get away there. We'll play that back to Gallant. He could get it around the corner. Can't quite play it quickly enough to get it towards Hinojo. Bodvarsson turning. Bodvarsson's been a good player for Reading so far. His physicality's been difficult to deal with up top, but they haven't really caused many problems with regards to chance creation. I've definitely had the better chances in the game. I just haven't taken them as well as I needed to. Callum Harriott causing issues though, and again Bodvarsson backing in. Here's John Swift. He could go for the 1-2. It will very, very fortunately end up going back to Bodvarsson. Had A, the interception gone as intended, or B, been no interception, I would have cleared it with the defender at the back post. As it happens, it's a half interception. That means that the ball bounces back free to Bodvarsson. Oh, who's then able to just head home into the far side netting. That's disappointing. I don't deserve that. 1-0 Reading. Bodvarsson drilled out wide there to Rackles. Nice tackle by Cooper. Jackson around the corner to Gallant. Through there to Hinojo, and Badimo pick up the loose ball. And I'll play this over the top, looking for the runner Hughes, who can take it in his stride well, and he has done. Hughes! Oh, Vito Minone unlucky, but we'll take it. Right in front of the travelling away fans. Hughes makes it. Reading 1, Wimbledon 1. Nice ball by Badimo, who'll take the assist. Bit of a heavy touch. Gets it under control. Actually, no, he didn't really get it under control, did he? The second touch was just as heavy. The shot wasn't amazing, but the keeper couldn't deal with it. Went with his leg, hits him off the underside of the hamstring, and into the top corner it goes. We're level. I might make a change as well, just to try and freshen things up. See if we can force ourselves in front, perhaps. Through there to Roman Hinojo. We got there to Jawo. Both my new strikers are left-footed, so it's going to take a bit of getting used to. A number of regenerated players are left-footed, actually. It's surprising. It's almost as if, you'd say 90% of players, or 90% of humans in general, are right-handed and footed. But a number of the regions, probably about 50% of the regions, are left-footed. So it takes a bit of getting used to when you're so used to shooting and passing and doing everything on someone's right foot. But we dealt well with it so far. Bodvarsson across to Swift. Tried to step in there with Cooper and just waved the leg, dangled the leg, and wasn't able to get to the ball. Strike from Clement. Draws a good save out of Bennett, who can only bat that behind for a corner. Liam Kelly will deliver said set piece. That's a good delivery too. Headed away by Dave Walker. Intercepted by Cooper. Forward to Jawo. Into Hinojo. Back to Jawo again. See the runner on the outside. It's George Cooper. He's in the box. Cooper. Finish from the youngster. He doesn't have that high a finishing stat, I don't think, Cooper. 59. And the shot power seemed very high there as well, even though it's only a 64 rating. But that was a very good finish from George Cooper, and that might well win us the game. We went 1-0 down, but we've completely turned it around, and there's only 7 minutes left to go in the game. Here's Bodvarsson, back there to Uliori. Got a block on it with Hinojo, but it will drop for Thiago Uliori again. Then Hinojo puts the tackle in. Play the ball down the line. Oh, if I'd have played that through the air. I saw on the mini-map that there was literally just one man back with the defender there. Don't you dare! What a finish from Bodvarsson. It's a brace for him. Hell of a goal. All coming from... If I'd have just been able to... I can't believe that. First time here. You don't stop that. That's just too good. Oh, if I'd have played that ball over the top rather than trying to drill it on the floor, we might well have set our striker away to make it 3-1, and that certainly would have gotten us the victory as it happens. We look like Ronley going to be getting... Oh! I tried to drill it low and he smacked it into the stand. Oh, we are only going to be getting a draw here. I held my breath slightly there as Hughes was played in again. Oh, I can't believe it. I don't know what noise it was that came out of my mouth when I got overexcited then, but it's one that hopefully doesn't repeat itself. It's another poor through ball. Could have set striker away again. Not quite having the cutting edge in this one. Could have put the game to bed a couple of times. Haven't been able to do so. And as it happens, the best we're going to get out of the game is a point. And if I don't clear this, we might only be getting nothing. Strike from distance well held by Bennett. I am going to punt this forward as quickly as I can. Hope that the referee doesn't blow his whistle. Hinoho looks to nod that down. Sorry, it was Lawo, but never mind, Jawo even. But Hinoho wasn't able to get to the loose ball. The referee blows his final whistle. It's a 2-2 draw against Reading. To be fair, that second finish from Bodvarsson, and they had more chances than me. They deserved a point from that. It's just disappointing not to have come away with all three. But the nature of the goal, the way it came about, was the most frustrating thing. But if they'd have done that from open play and I hadn't just had the chance to go on a counter-attack, I still would have been like, GG, well played, what a finish from Bodvarsson. So we're still fourth in the league after 2 games. Literally no one has won 2 games out of 2. Lucas Clark confirmed as sold. We've got Leeds next. I said I'd play the game against Brighton, didn't I? Lucas Clark sold, which means I'm definitely not accepting any offers for Andreu because he's my backup left-back now. No further bids for anyone else on the transfer list at this stage. We'll simulate the game against Leeds and then play Brighton, as we mentioned. Transfer offer for Marcus Hughes. I'm going to reject that. He definitely has a part to play as one of my rotation wingers. Right, sim against Leeds. What can we do here? We're at home. They've drawn one of their games in the league and won the other. Lugano gives us a 1-0 lead. That's good news after 18 minutes. Zanelli pulls Leeds back on the half hour. Come on, let's get a second to go in front, please. Will Bell, 51 minutes into the game. Padimo picks up a knock, but he's able to continue. Now he gets substituted off. Barber, 3-1 lead. Yes, boys, that's what we like. Thank you very much. Hopefully Padimo's not out injured for too long. Although we do now have the ability to replace him with the quality of players we have at the club and squad depth. Transfer offer for Lugano from Mainz, £18.6 million is a big offer. And, right. Okay, so ACL damage for Padimo. He's out for 4 months. Yes, no, he definitely won't be playing any further part in today's episode, or for a while for that matter. I'll actually put Hinoho into the starting lineup rather than Jawo, and we'll push forward now into the game against Brighton. I'll rotate slightly, and hopefully we can come away with another win in the league. This Kirdo crosses well, but blocked. Norman into Dembele, back to Gross. What a save from Bennett. Unreal stop from the goalkeeper. Such power on that, and he's just tipped it. We're going to see replay. We are. He's just tipped that onto the bar. Cool, that's amazing. What a stop from the keeper. Pascal Gross will take the corner himself. Whips it in well enough, but we've headed that away. Try and close down Jason, but we can't. Here's Goldson. Back to Bruno Cesar. Outmuscle him with Gallant. Nicely done. Come away on the counter perhaps. I'll look to play in. Oh, that's poor. That's terrible. Really bad pass. Norman coming forward for Brighton again. Navarro down the line to his Kirdo. Cross comes in. Cleared away. Well, cleared half away by Lorenzo. Jason with the effort. Now they hit the bar again. This time the keeper without a touch. Brighton on top in the opening 8 minutes of this game. I have a funny feeling this might be the most difficult game that we've played so far this season. Gross. Back to Proper. Nice tackle by Gallant. Cross there with Barber to Hinoho. Get it on his left. Look to bend it. Comfortable for Matthew Ryan. That's my first chance of the game. Not going to cause the keeper any problems though. Nice knock down by Lorenzo. Perhaps we can cause him problems with a secondary effort. Okay, back to Bell. Lugano through the gap. Barber turns on his right, accelerates into the space, goes down. What? He still registered the shot, and as he was half getting up, he took the shot. I wondered why it hadn't given the free kick or penalty yet. Nice drop of the shoulder by Bell, but Navarro takes it away from me. That was surreal. I've never had a player do that before, get taken out, and then while still on the floor, still managed to get the shot away. That was ridiculous. Gallant. Cross here to Cooper, forward to Bell. Turns on it well, and Lugano will get this out to Dimitrov. I don't know where Gallant was running then. He ran all the way forward, then decided, no, I'm too far forward, I don't like it, I'm getting back a little bit. Lugano through that gap there to Hinoho, drops the space on his left foot. Oh, but wide of the target. Worth an effort from the edge of the box. Still testing out what's the best way to go about scoring goals with my new strikers. Decent effort, but wide of the target. He's pulled that a little bit. Gross down the line. Jason, early cross. Skirdo knocks it down. Oh, he's in space here, Dembele. How? You're literally on your... He's on his own on the edge of the 6-yard box, and he somehow missed the target there. I don't quite know how he's done that. Corner from that far side. Bruno Cesar will take it. Delivers well. It's going to drop free. I'll just loft this and just try and run onto it and make something of it. Barber's done very well. And Hanoho is arriving, and I'll play him in. Roman Hanoho. What a save from Matthew Ryan. Tried to drill it hard and low, but couldn't find a way past the Australian. He's kept them in it here. Nice tackle. Gallant fires that forward. Hanoho involved again. Really positive start to his life in a Wimbledon shirt. And here's Lugano. Bit of space for him. Again, good save by Matthew Ryan. Corners come in from that far side. Castaneda to deliver. Deliver well. Headed away equally impressively by the defender. Get to that. I can't. I'll get to that though. Cooper. Fouled, but takes the advantage. Barber. Go for the 1-2. Can I get to it? I can't. Really putting some pressure on the Brighton goal now before half-time. Cooper. Down the line there to Bale. Into the middle for Barber. Oh, he spun very well. Barber. Penalty given. I'm not sure about that. He was just out muscling me. And I thought he got the better of me. Barber went to ground very softly. We'll have a look at the replay. I'm not sure that should be a penalty, to be fair. Unless he's six-leg and he leans in. Nah, that's not a pen. He leans in. I try to take the shot and just fall over. Castaneda is the man that's been given the responsibility. I'll put it bottom left. What a save. That was right in the corner. I couldn't have aimed that more perfectly. That's one of the best penalties I've taken with regards to accuracy, and I still don't get the goal. I'm so desperately unlucky with penalties on FIFA 18. It's not even funny. I've given that straight to Moussa Dembele as well. If I now end up conceding from my own penalty, I'll be furious. Bruno Cesar looking to come forward. Pascal Gross could cross. He has done. There's Jason. I very nearly did concede from my own bloody penalty. I can't believe that. I put that right next to the post, and somehow Matthew Ryan's got down to it. Pascal Gross delivers the cross. Dembele! What a save by Bennett. He's on form today. They're making a substitution. Cross will come in from Pascal Gross again. It's Tanan on for Jason. It's going to drop. Someone needs to get to it. Oh, he's given a free kick for something. I don't know what. But the ball did end up in the back of the net. That's very lucky for me. Hughes drops the shoulder. Jawa does the same. Lovely turn. Out wide there to Hughes. Cross towards the back post where George Cooper's there. And Hanoho! It's not Hanoho, it's Jawo! Is that the goal to win us the game? On the south coast, George Cooper again in the box and causing problems. And the keeper just didn't commit. If he'd have come out to try and catch that and not let me shoot first, he probably would have got there. But Jawo steps in, his first goal in Wimbledon colours. Osman Jawo makes it Wimbledon 1, Brighton 0. The Swede is off the mark. Hughes down the line to Dimitrov. Down the line again to Jawo. Driving inside. Space for Will Bell for 2! We've come alive here. A lot of people, a lot of fans have travelled down to the south coast for this game, and we're putting on a show for them in the last 15 minutes, right in front of all of them. Will Bell makes it Wimbledon 2, Brighton 0. We've battered and battered and battered on the door all game long, and finally it's opened for us twice. We're going to get 3 points. Hughes with the throw. Dimitrov work it inside quickly to Gallant. There's Cooper. Caught in possession, but keeps the ball, luckily. Hanoho. Jawo. Hanoho again. Hanoho! 3! On his weak foot. We've turned up here. Oh, jeeps. I wasn't expecting that, especially after the way Brighton were really, really good in the first half. But they've just fallen apart in the last 15. Concentration level's gone. 78, 82, 90. 3 goals, 3 points on the south coast. And this should put us top of the championship table by the time the full whistle goes. Somehow that's my throw. I'm not entirely too sure how that works, but I'll take it. Oh, they'll take possession as well. You blow your whistle now if you like, ref. Goal difference might be the difference between us going top and not going top. But we've got possession back. We are going to keep our goal difference. And ref, please. Ref. Go on. Play bloody whistle, mate. I want to win. By 3-0. I want a clean sheet. Hermoso. Man on the outside is Bruno Cesar. Back inside to Gross. To Hermoso. Good save by Bennett. Corner to come in. 3 minutes added on. Oh, Bruno Cesar to whip. Get rid. And we'll keep a clean sheet and the final whistle will go. Hopefully. Put your foot through it. There we go. There's the final whistle. A 3-0 win against Brighton. 3 points on the table. And hopefully, top spot in the Championship. 16 shots Brighton had. It's not like I haven't been conceding efforts on goal. I just haven't been conceding goals from those efforts on goal. Right. There was one game left at the end of the month after this one against Brighton, I think. Was it Fulham? It was Fulham. And we are top of the Championship table on goal difference ahead of Norwich. There's still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams unbeaten. Nottingham Forest unbeaten. Only one win in the opening 4 though. Getting 3 draws outside of that. This Championship season started off very well indeed, hasn't it? Can we follow that up with another victory against Fulham and then end the transfer window on a high? Perhaps by getting someone like Samuel de Jong moved on, so we've got a fair few more pennies in the bank. That'd be nice. Please. I asked nicely. I mean, the least you could do is actually give me some sort of offer for someone. Oh, you know. Not. Oh, we've got 1 email. We've got 2 emails. Okay. None of which what I wanted to see. So we'll simulate the home game against Fulham and maybe come away with another victory. Tempted, the way João and Hanoho have been linking up whenever they've been on the pitch together, to drop Barber. But Barber does keep scoring goals in simulated games, and he's my highest rated striker. So, yes, goal for Hanoho. So I'm kind of keen to keep Barber on the field. Kind of tall man, small man syndrome with my front 2. And then bring the more physical João or Roman Hanoho off the bench. Looks like, with 5 minutes to go, we're going to be getting another victory in the league. That is absolutely superb. What a great start to the Championship season. I really don't care that we've gone out of the Carabao Cup. And to get 4 wins from our opening 5 games is superb. And now a transfer offer in for Ruben Hara from Aston Villa that I will accept, £3 million. There's no point bargaining for an extra couple of 100,000. And we've got 2 more emails as well. Another offer for Ruben Hara, this time from Ipswich for £3.1 million, an extra 50k. Transfer offer for Will Bell for £5.4 million that I'll be turning down. Will Bell isn't that good, but he's got a higher rating. Sorry, I've just seen the deal in the bottom right-hand corner. Kylian Mbappe has gone to Chelsea for £131 million. What the shit? An offer in for Neumann from Reading of £15 million. Neumann nowhere near my starting lineup right now. Still, just I'll put him on the bench because technically he's getting better, but physically he's just still really poor. He needs to improve. If his acceleration, sprint speed specifically, and strength all improve, specifically sprint speed and strength, if they were all both 10 higher, or even 20 higher, he'd be incredible on the right-hand side. But he's just not usable right now. It's going to be one of those players that you just keep at the club, let grow, and then sell on for as much profit as possible later in the save, which is going to be what happens with him. But we'll count down the window, and then I'll show you the biggest deals of the transfer window throughout all of the leagues. An offer for Esteban Munoz, 730,000. Thank you. He can go to Luton. Sorry, my man. You were decent whilst we used you, but you've been replaced by bigger and better players. Now for Dennis Moraes now as well from Bolton Wanderers. This is good. We're thinning the squad out as much as we needed to. Almost everybody I've got on the transfer list now has had a bid come in for them. Still waiting for something for De Jong though, although one of these 2 emails might be something for him. Please be so. Oh, Hara's gone. That's good. Right, what else can we get done between now and the end of the window? £340 million spent so far. Esteban Munoz sold. Goodbye, sir. We've let a lot of people go in this window. I'm intrigued to see how well Schwartz does out on loan as well. One more email with 2 hours to go. Another deal's gone through. Transfer for Will Bell. Moraes is sold. Again, I'll be rejecting the offers for Will Bell. He's staying. He's my number one right-sided midfielder. But the 3 players in for us, Joao, Hanoho and Galan, will be enough for us. Right, let's have a look and see what the biggest deals of the window were. The biggest one for sure is that... it's still simulating. Biggest one for sure is that one for Kylian Mbappe, 131 million. We'll have a squad report in tomorrow's episode, so you can see exactly how everyone's getting on so far this year. But 131.4 million. Mbappe to Chelsea. Madness. Player bio. He's 89 rated. Oh, he's going to be good. Bailey's come to the Premier League again, this time to Everton rather than my Southampton, 72.6. Saul to Milan, Navigator to Bayern München, Grimaldo to Real Madrid from Juventus, Joan Boateng to Juventus from Bayern Munich, Pereira to Leverkusen, Luis Suarez to Arsenal. The deal that didn't happen when he was leaving Liverpool has gone through, £55.2 million. That's intriguing. A lot of big players coming to the Premier League here, and of course we'll be in that league sooner rather than later, hopefully. Julian Brandt has gone to Inter, Oscar from Leverkusen to Real Madrid, Lanzini to Arsenal, Julian Draxler to Real Madrid, Cancelo to Stoke, Jesse Lingard to Southampton, Sanabria to Manchester City, Jose Maria Jimenez to Arsenal, Arsenal splashing the cash, Demirbay to Frankfurt, Simeone to Inter, Kieran Tierney from Ruben Kazan to Valencia, Guerrero to Roma, Paulsen to Udinese, Kyle Walker to Atleti, Michael Keane to Barcelona, Miranchuk to Lazio, Llorente Juventus, Driussi PSG, Bartra to Berlin, Hertha Berlin that is, Vallejo to Bayern Munich, that might be their Jerome Boateng replacement, Dendonka to Leicester, Marcelo to Manchester City, Camacho to Arsenal. They really have spent a lot of money in this window, Arsenal. Juan Bernat from Barcelona to Bologna, Johnny to Juventus from Arsenal, Nastasic to Leipzig from Burnley, Kazawa from Stuttgart to AC Milan. There's been a lot of moves for a number of players in this save. Mkhitaryan to Wolfsburg. Paulista to Anderlecht is the final one. Well then, that's where we'll end today's episode. Thank you very much for watching. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel too to make sure you don't miss out on any further content. We are top of the league. I'll see you next time.